Welcome to OOD Works, the podcast, a show about unique individuals and the services provided by Opportunities for Ohioans with Disabilities, the state agency that helps individuals with disabilities find a job and be more independent. Here's your host, Kim Jump.
Jack Salvaggio of Highland Heights is a 2017 graduate of Mayfield High School and a 2020 graduate of the Cuyahoga East Vocational Education Consortium. He's really good with computers, he vlogs, and he's passionate about photography, specifically taking photos with his new drone. And a couple of fun facts, Jack knows a lot about birds, and he's a super fan of John Denver. He works in manufacturing, and we'll talk more about the journey to work in today's interview. You're a John Denver fan. I see our listeners wouldn't know this, but you're wearing a t-shirt that says it's a John Denver thing. You wouldn't understand.
Yes. Yes.
How did you get into John Denver?
Well, I think when I was pretty much an infant or a toddler, my mom would actually play me some John Denver to calm me down. And when I was probably getting to the toddler, I actually started singing. I didn't know how to talk yet, but I was singing a little bit, of the notes and all that.
You were humming or singing John Denver before you were even talking?
Yes, something like that. Wow. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Do you have a favorite song of his?
Oh, I'm gonna say maybe "Leaving on a Jet Plane" and any song, and "Back Home Again," Colorado Rocky Mountain High, "Take Me Home, Country Roads." You name it. Thank God I'm a country boy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it has a summery feel to it.
Yes, it does.
What's it like for you living in Cleveland?
Well, I gotta admit, I love it here. I actually like going to the sporting events like Cleveland Indians games, and of course, I also love the people here. The people are nice here, and we have some pretty good restaurants here. Very good restaurants, especially yours truly, which is a good one as well. And, I got a lot of friends, got a beautiful amount of friends here that, I met.
Well, what was it like for you during your years at the vocational school?
It was great. I loved the vocational school. It was a really nice vocational school. I met a lot of beautiful teachers. I also love when it comes to CVAC, I also love going to the dinner dance, which hopefully I will go this coming year, because it's for alumni as well. So,
great.
Yeah.
Your last year there, that spring, when the pandemic began, really changed a lot of things. And I'm glad to hear that you can go back as an alum and get to participate.
It's kind of hard to not have a graduation for like a traditional graduation of this year of 2020, but fortunately, of course, I pretty much made a video of my speech on YouTube, and of course, I had experience. I was an MC, and I sang the national anthem at one point at past graduations of some of my friends that graduated. The coolest thing is when here in a house, my teachers came to actually, we were all social distance, but they came here to actually congratulate me, because they came to people's houses to graduate for the graduates, which was nice.
That's so nice. What a nice gesture.
Yes, it was. Being on lockdown, it kind of felt like, that one music video where Rihanna, it was like a music video of a song by Calvin Harris and Rihanna in this video. It's kind of like Rihanna in the box in that song, This Is What You Came For. And it kind of felt like that, I was in the box where Rihanna was in pretty much the whole year.
Right. And you alluded to it, but you made a video to give your own graduation speech since
Yes.
you get to be in person. What was it that you wanted to express the most?
Well, I wanted to express people to be who they are and have a great future.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great job experience at their job and learn new things. And of course, record every single, like maybe like look at back at the years that you had with the past jobs you had, and maybe be able to move somewhere else where you can pretty much find a new job sometimes. It's hard to describe my disability.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm not sure if it'll ever get attention because you know how the world is today. But I hope that people could support people with disabilities, people with autism, any kind of special needs spectrum that is troubled for them. But I would say support autism awareness, maybe donate money to autism awareness, and be sure to join the Autism Walk in Cleveland, which gets a good exercise and all that. So yeah.
So I heard that while you were a student, you had some job experiences in the community. One was cleaning a gym. Was that your first?
Yes, but according to that job, it was not a perfect fit. I actually learned that it was not a perfect fit for me.
Hmm.
And I was actually mostly when I came to it, I was actually in pretty much interested in machinery, working on machines.
Mm-hmm.
And I think machines are very cool,
Yeah.
because they operate in a very cool way.
Any kind of job experience helps you realize what you do like, what you don't like. So it sounds
Yeah.
like that was the value out of that one, is that you knew you were going to need something maybe that used your mind, keep you more interested.
Yes.
And you also got to try out some work in a hotel.
Yes. It was a good job, but wasn't my point of interest. But it was good. I worked at the DoubleTree in Beechwood, Ohio. I was a housekeeper, but it was kind of, to be honest, it was not my type of job, but it was a good job
Mm-hmm.
for part of it. So yeah.
Yeah, it just gave you some experience under your belt.
Yes. That.
Yeah. Also, while you were a student, you got connected to opportunities for Ohioans with disabilities, and
Yes.
Jamie Murphy was your first counselor before I know
Yes,
she transferred, right?
Yes, she did.
Eventually, then you got to know Kenneth, and
Yes.
Kenneth Crookston was your vocational rehabilitation counselor. And Kenneth told me that your parents and your family were extremely supportive and advocating for you. Is that true? Are they your cheerleaders?
I would say yes. I would say yes. That is actually what I think that's pretty much a good thing to ask, but yes, I would call them my cheerleaders.
Yeah. In what kind of ways do you felt like they were rooting for you and trying to help you prepare for your future?
I would say they're hoping they were hoping to make sure I get a good job, I do a good job, and I make sure that I become a proper adult. And I feel like they've helped a lot. To be honest, there were some good and bad times, but mostly the good. But you know what? I think I've come such a long way because of them. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am today.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
You said you overcame some challenges. Talk a little bit about kind of what were the main challenges for you?
Well, I'm gonna say COVID. When I went to lockdown, it was the hardest challenge because I stood in my house and I got laid off at the spring factory. I stayed home since March, and it was hard. It was really hard to stay positive. Miss my friends and family members. But the good thing is, until November, I actually got I got a job at this place called Cleveland Canvas Goods, and without that job, I mean, it's a good thing because it's an essential job. I feel great to be an essential worker.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they decided to hire me. It was actually it was hard to get used to at first, but you know what? It was really nice. It was really nice that I got that job.
Did you have support when you started the job from a job coach?
Yes. His name is Dominic. Yeah, Dominic, he helped me a lot, make sure I'm focused and doing a great job on task. But I try to do the best that I can for the job, but I think I'm doing pretty good. I got a raise twice.
Oh,
so
congratulations.
Thanks. Thank you.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah, it is. And I used to work 20 hours. I went up to about 25 hours a week. It's really nice to get a paycheck every once in a while. So yeah.
Definitely. And those increased hours mean a bigger paycheck.
Yes. That's true.
Who doesn't like a bigger paycheck?
Yeah.
Dominic, he's with Community Employment for All, and that was your provider organization that you selected.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
He helped you gain skills before you got that job at Cleveland Campus Goods. What kinds of things did you work on leading up to getting employed? Learning
how to be professional, be flexible at the job, and it was kind of interesting because I feel like I've become that type of guy and type of employee. I feel like I've done that kind of stuff, and it took a while to learn. But I learned it, which is good.
When you go into work, what kinds of things are you doing there?
Let's see. I work on this machine. It's basically this machine that seals Velcro, what is basically a press. Because I seal the Velcro, and another employee actually sews them all together. I also do 10 packs in a bag, and I count 10 of each of the pieces that on the table. And there's like a number chart that actually know the amount that I need, which helps a lot.
Is that something that Dominic helped you with the number chart?
Yes.
Just you focused on kind of where you're at number-wise?
Yes, correct.
I love those practical on-the-job aids that can, help a person be able to stay focused and get the work done.
Yeah.
By the time you go home, do you feel tired?
Yes, I eat lunch and take an hour nap, but sometimes I sleep through the alarm and my dad has to wake me up, and it's hard to get out of bed.
Yeah. Do you go in pretty early then?
Yeah, I get up at 5:10, and my van picks me up at 6:15 a.m.
Did you get support with the transportation too then? Is the van through a service?
The board actually provides me that van.
Yeah, the Cuyahoga County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Yeah.
Does the van bring you home as well?
Yes, it does. I go in the van at around 12:30 p.m.
You mentioned earlier you like machinery. Do you feel like there at Cleveland Canvas Goods Manufacturing, you get that part fulfilled where you're watching the machines that you get to use, and that's fulfilling to you?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Great. What do you think might be next for you?
I would say I'll save up for a car and hopefully get my license by the end of 2021, hopefully, or maybe the starting year of 2022. But I also hope to save up for a house, and hopefully I'll be able to finish my book around this decade and actually pretty much publish it so everybody can see. It's a photography book, so apparently, I'm hoping to publish my beautiful photography book. I've been working hard on it since, I've been in lockdown. I actually started it while I was in lockdown, and it was really nice. It's a nice book. I'm so excited to actually show it to a publisher, and I'm dreaming to have that book published. And it's actually titled Photographs and Memories. So hopefully I'll be able to publish that book, and people will love it.
That's great. So your interest in photography, have you always been interested in photography? Does that go way back?
I think I started when I was like a teenager. Started taking pictures of random stuff. And then over the years until 2017, I got a camera that zooms a lot farther than what I had. And then all of a sudden to this year, I got a different camera. It's a Nikon Coolpix P900, which is a really nice camera. And then this year I actually bought myself a magnifying lens that I can get close up of insects and whatnot. So yeah,
that's very cool. Do you ever bring your passion of birds together with your passion of photography?
Oh yes, I do. I got a bird feeder outside the backyard of our house. Oh, I get some beautiful pictures.
What would you say to other young people considering services from Opportunities for Ohioans with Disabilities?
If you have a kid with special needs, I would say look forward to actually getting on with the county board, and I would say CVEC is the best option. And if you got, and hopefully your kid will be able to be as good as me, and probably better than me, and hopefully they'll be who they are. Just be who they are. That's all I gotta say.
Right. I mean, that's really the goal of services, I think, whether it's from the, all these different partners working together, the county board and the vocational center and OOD. I mean, at the end of the day, it's really about, your goals and what's important to you for your future, work that's right for you. And it sounds like, even though you had a bumpy start with some of those first ones that you didn't really care for, that you've gotten to a good place with what you really wanted out of it.
Yes, I would say that. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes me really happy for you.
Thanks. I would say for those who want to check out my channel, subscribe to my channel at Jack Mustang, and be sure to follow me on Instagram at JackMustang17. And of course, if you guys want to follow my photography account, JacksPics_17, and me and Catherine's account, which is Jack_S_and Catherine_G, which it's a pretty long username, but yeah.
And is Catherine a girlfriend?
Yeah, she's my girlfriend. She's the love of my life. She's the only one I want in my life.
What does she think about all this progress that you've made working there at Cleveland Canvas Goods and getting the raises?
To be honest, I think she would be very proud of me, probably happy for me. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Jack, this has been great. I really appreciate the chance to get to know you better. I wish you the best there at your
Thank you so much.
I wish you the best with the book that's in the works. Keep us posted.
Yes. Thanks. Thank you.
A transcript of today's episode is available at ood.ohio.gov/podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a rating and review. We're on social media at Ohio OOD. Do you have a disability? Do you want a job? We can help. oodworks.com.